Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Saturday, November 20th. Man, can you imagine what do we got like 41 days left in the year? Couple of things to think about. If you're following this channel, you're finding this video, welcome. I'd be curious, what have you done this year in your, we'll start with real estate business. Did you get a deal? Have you started doing the homework? Do you know what your buy box is? Have you started to network? Right? There is a path to a better financial future with real estate. I talk about it every day. I try to outline it for you, but you must do the work. I know lots of you are. We celebrate wins almost every day. This morning, we got three more people closing deals. I moved the cards downstairs, so I don't remember their names. I do remember one was Manny. Can I remember the other two? I do not remember the other two. But anyways, people are doing deals. I think we're up to nearly 300. So congratulations. That's 300 of your deals saying that one rental at a time helped. That is awesome. And again, if you don't know what this is, folks, this over my left shoulder here, uh, I'm trying to figure out what kind of impact I'm having. Is it working? Is it worth my time? And right now, the answer is yes. Right? We've already got to 300, well ahead of schedule. We get to 500, we're going to give away a lot of money. We're going to donate to a food bank. We are going to do some crazy things like dye my hair purple. And we still, yes, we will interview my mother, which will be very interesting. I tried to get Olivia signed up for that. My wife, she's like, stop asking, not coming on the show. But my mom did reach out, which probably frightens me more. Yeah, that probably frightens me more. But so a lot of good stuff coming on. So thank you for being a part of this journey with me. We're just trying to figure it out. Lots of stuff. Again, this today is for you. We are going to answer your questions, kind of your questions, my answers. Yes, I stole that from the lumberjack. I thought that was very well said. I have some topics that I'm ready for because usually it takes you all a little bit to put in your comments or your questions. If you just want to say hi, feel free to leave a comment. I do my best to get through them, give everybody their time in the sun. So thank you for being a part of this Saturday morning routine. So let's just go right to the chat. I think the first one was Better Home Rental. Good morning. How are you? Tamika, how are you? Good morning, everyone. Looking forward to the great time in Q&A. Me too. Edwin, good morning. How are you? Dion Talk. How you doing, buddy? Howdy. Smash that like button. Yes, I always forget these things. Terry, good morning. Happy Saturday. Yep. One rental at a time, family. Janet, good morning from Los Angeles. Good morning. Happy to be in your course. Happy to have you introduce yourself to the audience. It's a lot of great people. Nathan, good morning. Lumberjack. Ooh, wow, we got Dion and the Lumberjack, man. We got the three amigos here. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So Matt, the Lumberjack. I know we're talking Thursday. Dion, it is Thanksgiving, but we're counting on you to do something Thursday for the three amigos. Maybe we'll do an extra special 2-hour session or something. That'll be fun. Tamika, this year I became more knowledgeable about the deal process, strengthened my network, closed 2 deals, and increased my confidence as an investor. Shared new information with others, giving back. That is awesome. If you're new to the channel and you're just figuring out this one rental at a time thing, that is exactly what I hope everyone could say at some point. Think about what Tamika just shared with us. She was already interested in real estate long before she came to one rental at a time. But because she's in it, she's around other amazing people. She became more knowledgeable about the deal process. It's not just price. It's not just, what you see on, flip this house or whatever. She strengthened her network. One of the things that you will see when you go through my course and you just in step one, getting your buy box, building out your buy box and building your spreadsheet. Yes, I give you mine. Heck, you're paying money. You might as well have what I have. But you're building yours. As you build it out, you're identifying weaknesses or maybe said opportunities to improve. Who don't I know? Contractors, painters, lenders, all of these things. That is awesome. She did the work. and closed 2 deals. Again, as Dion says, it's always a great time to do a great deal. The last year or so has been tough, but again, people are doing the work and doing deals. Ultimately, she gained more confidence. That is number one goal when I looked at creating the course is I wanted to build confidence. For me, nothing builds confidence like repetition. Hence, you will hear me talk ad nauseum about focus, buy box. Focus means also ignore everything else. And then daily discipline. It doesn't matter if you want to lose weight, better relationships, learn a language, buy real estate. Focus, daily execution. Focus, daily. And then finally, she gave back. She is sharing information. That perhaps is the best collection I could hope sharing that. Eddie, happy Saturday. Nathan, good morning. Can we see happy and sunny? Yes. See, I came prepared. Here is Sunny. Sunny's the younger one, so here is Sunny. There you go. I sometimes nicknamed him Paws because he's got these little white paws. Or no, I'm sorry. I nicknamed him Socks because he's got white paws. And then the blonde. If you've been with me a long time, you know that when we got happy, she was very, she had lots of dark hair, sort of like this color all over, but she is now turned into a California blonde. Yes, you are a California blonde. And don't know if you know this, but Happy is our first female Shih Tzu. Jimbo and Jordan were obviously males. Sunny is a male. So our first time having a female Shih Tzu. Yeah, you're awesome. Okay, back to sleep. All right, that was fun. I really like my dogs, if you can't tell. Faraz, good morning. How are you? Janet, hello to the Lumberjack and Dion. Yeah, they're great guys. Yep, I'm in. Oh, God, you guys are on. Oh, cool. They've agreed to 2 hours. See? These guys are rock stars. No, I'm going to try. No, Nohia, Kelly Yee, good morning. How are you? Layla, good morning. Terry, congratulations, Tamika. Good morning from Canada. Donovan, how are you? Good morning from Canada. One rental at a time works there. There's obviously a very difference in mortgages. You don't quite have the 30-year fixed. So a little bit more careful, but yeah, it still works. Yep, Terry. Yep, thank you, my friend Nathan. Happy is cute. Yeah, they're both. I don't know. I like dogs, I guess. Yes, we miss Jimbo. I miss Jimbo every day. Jordan too. Yeah, they had their own attitudes. Is the cash out on a refi taxable now or later when property is sold? So a loan is never taxable. At least I don't know of an environment where a loan is taxable. Talk to a CPA. But no, cash out refi, home equity lines. There are some rules that you should talk to your CPA about how to use the money, I believe. But generally speaking, no. I have done plenty of cash out refis, done a couple of equity lines. Those are non-taxable. Think Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the richest man on the planet. He's got a bunch of Tesla shares. He took out loans to live. That's non-taxable. The only time it is taxable is just last week or the week before where he started selling shares. That's a taxable event. So back to the other question, again, talk to your CPA because maybe you have unique situations. It will certainly become taxable when you sell the property. That is a taxable event. Selling is a taxable event. I don't know your situation, Robert, but in mine, my personal one, I have not paid taxes. I don't know yours. I actually don't even know what country you're in fairness. This is a worldwide audience. So I don't know of one that's taxable. Maybe there is some corner case that is, but I do not know of one. 2 hours, but not today. I love that. In Dion's voice. Not today. That's funny. Question. How do you recover from losses in the stock market and missing out? Oh, that's a good question. I never think about it unless people ask. I produce far better returns in real estate. That's what people don't realize, right? it's not for me. It's not. Oh man, you missed the stock market bottom. Oh, what happened? You didn't get 10x on Tesla or 10x on Amazon or whatever. Those situations don't produce any value in my life. First off, I know myself as a trader, I would never hold on to a stock that would go up this much. One of the biggest things I am impressed with Elon Musk is he held his Tesla shares since the very beginning. I would never hold that long. I would have sold so long ago. I would have never seen the impressive returns. So I know that about myself. Second, again, I can get a lot more real estate tax advantages, all this stuff. So doesn't bother me. I hope the stock market goes up 10x for all of you. Everybody in 401ks and individual stocks and ETFs. Stocks to the moon means nothing to me. I don't somebody else winning doesn't mean I lost. It just means I there. But that's a fair question. I know lots of people do look at that. I just look for the next real estate deal. Nathan, go back to that first house I bought. 20 grand. 20 years later turned into what? $1 million in equity, 100 grand in cash. I'll take that every day of the week. Noia, if you had 200K in equity that you could access from one of your units, how would you make that money work for you? So I'm going to first assume it's not your primary home. That's just an assumption based on you said one of your units. Um, well, what I would do today, again, what I did today is what I did about, I think it was 8 weeks ago. You can go back and look at the playlist with Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage. I had a property with about 200K in equity, and I went and got half of it. I got a cash out refinance. No ease, this simple answer. Why? Because I do what I say. I'm very nervous about variable rate loans. I wanted to get 30-year money, and I wanted to have a pile of cash in case we have deflation, as we'll talk about later. What I did is I went and took half that money. I took half the equity into cash. It's now sitting in a bank account, and I'm looking to deploy that capital. And I'm happy to sit on it for 2 years. If I can't find anything in 2 years, I'll pay off the loan. I will not buy a car. I will not buy a toy. I will not go on a stupid vacation. That money is only for more real estate. So that's what I would do. And frankly, I should correct that. That is what I did. And I believe that is what Dion is doing, although I think it's a little bit more than 200K. But one of the great things on this channel that I'm very proud of is we do what we're saying. We are not trying to scare you. We don't live in our mom's basement. We're not trying to get a penny in preaching fear. We are telling you what we are doing. It's someday this channel will be appreciated for all the experts that we bring. This channel is so much not me. It is so much the 9 experts that give me an hour every week. 9 multimillionaires talking to you every week is not normal. It's not normal. And we're telling you what we're doing, whether it's Anna Kelly buying a luxury Airbnb on the water, the lumberjack buying a 12 unit, Dion working on his seller finance duplex package. Good luck, Dion. It's so awesome, this channel. Omar, and it's so awesome. Robert, awesome. Thank you. Matt is taking care of us on that. I don't remember. What did Robert say? Oh, okay. Matt the mortgage guy. Got it. I got a couple of Matts. I got the lumberjack Matt, and now I got Matt the mortgage guy. So gotcha. Sacramento. Got it. Oh, you're in Sacramento. Oh, yeah. Matt the mortgage guy is great. I think he's in Sacramento. Question: where do you get all your daily financial information, and how long does it take? Oh, how long does this take? I certainly have my normal stuff that I look at, but I'm like a butterfly that bounces around. I will check Real Deal. Real Deal is a real estate oriented site. Real Deal, just REALDEAL. On Instagram, they're really good as well. I check CNBC, Bloomberg. I will check Real Deal, CNBC, Bloomberg, and then I bounce around. I'll look at Yahoo, Fortune, Forbes, CNN occasionally. Really, I always try to get both sides. Even go to MSNBC sometimes. I try to find a smorgasbord of the pictures. I ignore far left and I ignore far right that preaches fear and hate. I try to get a collective view because again, that's where the average American lives. Everything I'm reading, what is the consumer? Fear and greed, cost of capital. And I believe to do that, you have to read both sides. It takes at least an hour, some mornings, 90 minutes. But yeah, 60 minutes every morning, 2, 3 cups of coffee, play with my dogs a little bit. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a fun way to get the day started. Oh, not Thanksgiving yet, but have you found the deal of the decade? No, not yet. No. I am kicking around the idea of a rather large lake house in Fresno that I could make my hub for masterminds. It's a seven-figure purchase that I might be able to buy at a 20 or 25 discount, 20 to 25% discount. I've always toyed with the idea of having a very fancy pad in Fresno where I could host masterminds. Because again, we're gonna live in Mountain View, but you know, I've toyed with that idea. That could be a really good deal. Olivia's not on board, but I am playing with that one, actively playing with that one. Yeah, that would be good. Question. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Nathan. If I didn't say it, or two Nathans, if I didn't say it. Michael, question. Hi, Mike. Do you ever think about very low probability but high impact events on your portfolio? I'm thinking like large earthquake that impacts 50% of your portfolio. No, I do not think about crazy things. Kind of 2, 3 standard deviations. When I started building my portfolio, I looked at earthquakes because I live in California. I've been through a couple. Fresno has some of the most stable terrain, and I leave it at that. What are you doing? No, I don't. I don't need stress in my life. No, I don't. 0.1% probability things. Never think about stuff like that. Nope. Maybe I should, but I don't. I've never. Yeah, it. I find that leads to very. It takes up too much mind share. It probably prevents you from doing stuff. And I consider good karma a thing, and I like to put out a lot of good karma. So yeah. So no, I don't think about that stuff. Maybe I should, but I don't. Tamika, question. In the beginning, did you set up one bank account for all your rents total, or did you have one account for each trying to do better tracking? I had one in the beginning. Um, we didn't have multiple. We didn't have multiple until we got to about 100 doors. We did have a separate bank account for rentals. We did have a separate bank account for emergencies. And then we had a bank account for our income, like our W-2. But no, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. We did end up getting a couple more once we got to 100. In the beginning, it doesn't really, at least for us, it didn't really help. It's a primary home. Oh, okay. I guessed wrong. I think that was the 200K. Yeah, so let me talk about primary homes. And this is my big hang up. If you don't know the story, I grew up in an environment where we were quite regularly going to lose our home. So as a kid, I'm talking before teenage years, I remember having a going away party and, all the kids in the neighborhood signed shirts. We're going to miss you, blah, blah, blah. So I don't believe in putting your house at risk ever. However, if there is like a great deal out there and you could pay back your equity line in 1 year, go for it. I happen to work in tech. My income was very lumpy, right? I made no money during a month or very little, but every once in a while I would get stock or commission check. So I always could look out and say, honey, we're going to buy this fourplex. I'm going to tap our equity line for 80 grand, but I'll pay it back over the next 4 bonus cycles or whatever they were. I never carried a balance on our home equity line longer than 12 months. That is not common. Lots of people want to preach max leverage, go for it, blah, blah, blah. But you got to remember, I've been doing this now more than 20 years, and I saw people lose their homes. Watching a family lose their home is not fun. It is generational. It creates generational damage. So I am not a max leverage guy, which, um, yeah. So that's that question. WT, hi Mike, happy and sunny. Oh, hi back. Donovan, if you want to keep tenants in your units for longer, oops, sorry, where are we going? Does landscaping factor in? Do you let them put their spin on it, or do you ask them just to maintain what is put? So this probably, Donovan, will be based on your tenant. Are you renting luxury or not? I do affordable housing. So for my houses, I put all of that on the tenant, all of it, because I don't want extra expenses. So it's all on the tenant. In my apartments, I generally speaking will put in drought tolerant stuff. Fresno is hot, so grass is expensive. I have put fake grass, yes, fake grass in places. I have put. I don't want to pay big water bills. Water is expensive, so I do everything up front to limit water usage. But yeah, in a house, it's all on the tenant. Do your thing. Uh, Daniel, what are your thoughts about buying Subjectto deals moving forward? I think Subjectto deals will become the most frequent transaction use in the next recession. Certainly, if you can get them today, get them. I think they are a wonderful thing. I think they are. It's something I have not done yet, but looking to do. Um, I do not think Subjectto gives you permission not to learn your market. Some people go after Subjectto because they don't have any money. They think it's a way to get in with no money. And unless you know your market, you can still get burned. And unfortunately, you could burn the past owner as well. So getting into Subjectto is not permission to, you must learn your market, learn what a deal is, make sure you are protecting the owner who has agreed to the Subjectto side. So yeah, I think the next recession, whether it's 2022, 2023, 2024, it will happen. There will be plenty of people with no equity and ridiculously low mortgages, and I want all of those. Nathan, question. In the 1970s, 1 million was real millionaire. Yep. Inflation adjusted. How much you need today's dollars to call yourself a true millionaire? I don't know. Let's find Google. I want to do the math because I like math. I will give you my opinion in a minute, but let's just do this. 1 million in 1970 is how much today? Oh my God. Wow, that's a lot more than that is amazing. So this is much bigger, Nathan, that this is frightening actually. So I chose 1970 versus 1979, so that's an extra decade. But according to Google, $1 million in 1970 is equal to 7.128 million today. That's not, it is 51 years. So yeah, there is that. But damn. Wow. Wow. Let that sink in for a minute. Who said we don't have inflation? Jeez. $7.128 million today. Well, I will still give you my answer, Nathan. For me, I think 2 million bucks today is the million bucks of before. Like again, as a kid, so this would have been the mid '80s, like teenage years. Um, Millionaire was the thing, right? The millionaires were rich. I think today it's 2 million, maybe 2.5. But according to Google, it's 7.1. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Woo! That is nuts. That's crazy. I did not expect it to be that big. Robert, do you include school ratings in your investment decisions? Nope. Well, let me step back. When I started, when I started, so let me actually step back. When I started, 2002, and I found my buy box, and if you're one of my students, you know what I'm talking about. I did use school ratings to pick the Mayfair district. Again, you've heard me talk about 93703, 3, 4 bedrooms. So school ratings were absolutely a part of that initial decision. I looked at that initial market for 3 years, Robert. But once I got that market down, I started to expand geography. I did not look at school ratings again. School ratings matter. They matter for rent. Um, but I don't look at them now. I haven't looked at a school rating in Fresno in a long time because I look at it every day. So I don't need to look at the school systems. But yeah, I did in the beginning, in fairness, way back in 2002. Because again, it's that buy box, that where you start first really is important. I'm in escrow on a home that has a roof near end of life. Okay. If I factor it into replacement costs, it is no longer a great deal. What negotiation approach would you use for this? Yeah. So I would ask for some kind of credit for sure. Not knowing how big it is, let's just assume it 8,000 bucks for a new roof. I would frankly, what I would start with, again, I don't know your deal at all, but if this was me, I would go back to the owner and say, sorry, my inspection on the roof has said that it's only got a couple of years left. I want a new roof or a credit for the new roof. Basically, it costs 8 grand, you get 8 grand off, whatever it is, or the owner, they put on the roof. I would definitely do that. And in fairness, I would probably settle. Again, I don't know your numbers. I would probably settle on 50%. I'm going to ask for 100. I'm going to ask for the 8 grand, but I would take 4 grand, if you know what I mean. That's just me. I don't know your deal, don't know your area, don't know the costs, but that's what I would do. Yeah. Eric and Amanda, what is the best way to learn much more about this, about out of state investing? Is there a representative on one rental at a time who likes out of state investing? Eric and Amanda, there is a bonus section in the course created by Millennial Mike that talks about out of state investing. So I would start there. I just added you to the Facebook group, I believe, and there are plenty of people in the community that do out of state investing. So check out the bonus section. I can connect you with Millennial Mike. He lives in Washington, invests in Indiana, I believe. And there are plenty of wonderful people in the group that will give you their opinion. So, yes, out of state investing is very common. LV Teach Me. I experienced foreclosure during the last housing crisis. Lots of folks did. I will not take cash out home that is paid for. Totally get it. Totally get it. I have seen some truly horrible things, and again, they are generational impacts. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about what happened before. Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Awesome. I'm glad. Appreciate that. I was able to pick up a rental on seller financing. Awesome. I paid it off. Awesome times two. I will be doing a cash out refi to purchase another rental. Oh wait, now I'm confused. I will not take cash out of my home. Oh, your home. Got it. But you will take it out of your rentals. Perfect. That's what I do. We haven't touched our home equity in 12 years. We just take equity out of rentals now. I'm fine losing a rental if something happened, but I would never want to lose a place where Olivia sleeps. Nathan, question: what would be good holiday gift to show your appreciation of your tenants? Typically, typically what I would ask them, is there something in the unit that paired? Depending on how good and how long they've been there, um, you just never know. You hear amazing things. I have replaced carpet in a bedroom before. I have helped paint one things. But hey, is there anything little in the house that would make it easier? That um, yeah, if they have kids, it's always a nice idea maybe to get the kids a gift versus mom and dad. Um, you could always give cash or a gift card. I like to make it about the unit first, unless they have like if they have really young kids and they're in like so again, your tenants because you have their credit app, all these things. So I've given away Christmas presents. Hey, Santa delivered to the wrong place. These are for you. Uh, just be a good person. It's amazing how far that is, and it's amazing how many people out there are just rotten. But yeah, be a good person. It's an amazing feeling to give back. Donovan, it would be single family duplex, so that's great advice. Putting it that on the tenant. Okay, yeah, yeah, put it on the tenant. Yeah, I'm ready too. Awesome. What are your rules for allowing tenants to personalize, e.g., paint, install fan security systems if permissible? Do you have them return original color? I do not let them do any of that. Any of that. I do not allow them to alter the unit at all. They can ask. Occasionally, I will put ceiling fans in, but I do not let them do any of that. Now, that might change in a higher class area, but I don't allow any of that. Nope. No painting, no this, no that, no nothing. Yep. Stephen Dow checking in from Hawaii. Dude, isn't it like 5 a.m.? Aren't you in Hawaii? Isn't it like 5 a.m.? Crazy. Crazy. Sean, how do you think a recession would impact single family with there being a lower supply? I do not think the next recession impacts single family very much. I think it leads to a housing slowdown even faster, 100 to 40 to 20 to 10. I do not see the national housing market, single families crashing. It's not going to happen. I do believe, and that's why I'm stacking cash, that the next um, recession will lead to asset deflation in multifamily. I keep telling you, or telling everyone, that the debt structure that I see going on in multifamily is the same toxic crap that was going on in single family. That's why I'm stacking cash. That's why I'm waiting. I've done this movie before. It always feels like you're early. Single family can't crash unless you're in, a market where, you were doing shale and now you can't do shale. That'll crash. But single families are fine. And the other thing, when recessions happen, people move. People can't afford the mortgage. They need to rent somewhere. Rents typically go up in a recession. That's a crazy known fact, at least in houses. Eric and Amanda, you're very welcome. LV, teach me, correct. Do you suggest using a property management company? That is 100% your decision. Apparently 72%, when I talked to the CEO of Hemlane, 72% of mom and pop landlords self-manage. I have zero experience in that. That is why Dion from Dion Talk created the bonus section in my course called self-management. He has brought to you something called the binder strategy that has tenants asking for rent increases. It is amazing. I do none of that. I will not talk about stuff I don't know. Why did I use property management since day one? First, my market's 2.5 hours away one way. So that's 5 hours. Second, I knew no one, no painters, no this, no that. And third, I was a crazy busy employee. I had no time. So I made sure my deals could afford at the time 10% property management. So my deal was bust my ass from 9 to 5 or 5 to 5 or whatever you want to call it. Secure capital, find deals. I had zero time, zero interest, zero motivation to do self-management. However, Dion and Matt, the lumberjack, love self-management. I would ask, if you want to ask them about that, Matt the lumberjack will go live tomorrow on Sunday at 8:30 Pacific, and Dion goes live, I think, at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. They are much better at answering self-management questions than I am, Ron. Not my stick. Oh, Sean, we give our tenants Publix grocery store gift cards for Christmas. Wonderful idea. Wonderful idea. Tamika, Hawaii and Alaska do whatever is necessary to keep up with the lower 48. LOL. I don't know what that means. Oh, gotcha. All right, got it. All right, got it. Stephen now, 6:33. Oh, it's not too bad. It's only 2 hours difference. I'm trying not to miss any of your videos. Live streams, always valuable. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Ron, yeah, I'm with you. I hired a property manager for my 4-unit. Yeah, very cool. All right, so I think I got everybody's questions. Keep them coming. Oh, nope, we got some more. I love self-management. It's therapeutic. No talks about the military. Oh, that's funny. You're awesome. All right. Cost segregation. So, folks, earlier in the week, I put out a video where the thumbnail said most important video of the year. I've now gotten the answer. So, again, this was on Tuesday. If you didn't see Tuesday's videos, go back and watch them. They're with Omar. And then we talked to Anna on Wednesday. Folks, you are missing out. I told you about it. I paid $188, I think, for it. And again, we'll go over the numbers on Monday. Normally speaking, I would get about $3,000 in depreciation a year for 27 and a half years because it's residential. It says my connection is unstable. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Because of depreciation, because of cost segregation and bonus depreciation, I'll be able to recognize about $30,000 year one. Yeah, it says my connection is skipped bad. I don't know what happened in the last 2 minutes, but I'm going to keep talking. Hopefully it catches up. Yeah, hopefully it catches up. Sorry. It's still clicking away, 38 minutes. I think that means Olivia may have woken up. Maybe she's using some bandwidth or something. But you're going to see the cost segregation on Monday. You do need to be a real estate professional. There are some questions about, hey, can I use my active income? I will be bringing my CPA on following Tuesday. We couldn't make it work before the holidays. So we're going to do all of these things. But yeah, if you're a real estate professional, this is actually for Dion and Matt. Matt specifically, if Matt, the lumberjack, any chance your wife can be called a real estate professional? You need 2,000 hours, I think. Maybe it's 1,000. Maybe it's 2,000. If you can figure that out, tax-wise, Matt, you need to check out cost segregation and bonus depreciation. Dion, you're single. You are a W-2 earner. There are limits that you can take, but this is going to be some good stuff. Yeah, so instead of $3,000, I get 33 grand. Pretty awesome. And again, just so we're clear, $33,000 is a tax credit. It actually means about 12 grand in cold hard cash. I will pay the IRS $12,000 less because of bonus depreciation. It's pretty awesome. And Omar got his numbers back. And let's just say they are incredible. And again, Omar is a real estate professional. Obviously, he's my Tuesday real estate entrepreneur. Oh, look at that. Market subject to. I talked about that. We talked about that with the question. Tamika, how are the 2,000 hours counted? They are self-counted, self-reported. There are certain categories that you need to be very careful of. Generally speaking, full-time employees can't do it, right? If you already have a full-time job, generally speaking, you can't show or audit those hours. But talk to your CPA. Maybe they're more aggressive than mine was. Mine was never aggressive. That's why when I left my job, I had $1 million in carry forward losses because I made more than 150 grand, or Olivia and I combined did, and we couldn't take the loss. It's one of the rules, and that's why I'm going to bring my CPA on next week or the week after to really highlight that for you all. But now Olivia and I don't work. Now we are real estate professionals, so we do get the bonus. So I meant it what I said on Tuesday. I will not sell any houses I buy for the next 14 months. I will do the cost seg bonus depreciation on all of them. It is pretty awesome. So hopefully the internet's caught up now. Sorry about the little skips. I want to talk about 2022. 2022. And I want to go back to how we started this and Tamika's great answer. Ask yourself, you probably had goals in 2021. How'd you do? Is it just more of the same? Did you move the needle? Most folks, at least historically speaking, don't. But yeah, it is. It's 2022 is right around the corner. And if you're following this channel, you're probably interested in real estate, maybe interested in money. Maybe you probably work full time. The one rental at a time community does have a lot of full time employees. Buy and hold. I would tell you to do this between now and the end of the year. If you're new, you're just watching, trying to figure out who I am. Here's some free advice. I guess it's all free. Oh, that's funny. It's all free. Create a buy box. If you don't really know what that means, I'm going to go over it in detail tomorrow on Pace Morby's Sunday service. I'm coming back for week number 2. I'm going to take Cody through it tomorrow. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. You can find plenty of videos on the buy box, but we're going to do it again tomorrow. And then I want you to do the work every day. It's focus and daily discipline. It doesn't mean hours. I'm not asking for hours of commitment. I'm asking for 20 minutes. Frankly, this works if you're trying to lose weight, have better relationships, learn a language. It's focus and daily execution. Get 1% better every day. This is not a Saturday thing. This is not a Friday thing. It is a 7 days a week thing. If you're interested in real estate, you really want to get started, buy the course, How to Get Started, One Rental at a Time, link below. Join the amazing Facebook group with lots of amazing people doing the work. Get around other people that are doing it, talking about it, networking, doing deals. It's going to go up January 1st. I know there's a lot of you are going to say, I wish I did. I wish I did. I'm telling you 6 weeks in advance. Probably started 8 weeks ago. So just know it's going up. Buy it today. Get going. Jeremy, 22 houses in 2022. That's a fun goal. I like it. I like it. Yes, small deposits each day. Well said. LV, teach me. Yes. Small deposits every day. Rents due every day. You know, whatever you got to tell yourself. The price is paid every day. I mean, whatever gets you going. That's important stuff. The lumberjack, literally working through that now with Matt. I'm going to you and I should talk later. You really need to figure out how to get Ashley labeled a real estate professional with what you bought this year. If you made it work and your CPA is the one to talk to, you could literally pay 0 in taxes. That should get you excited. But, and frankly, all of you that have a significant other that doesn't have a full-time job, it's a pretty good thing. But realize this bonus depreciation cost seg, it's one more year. One more year where you get to absorb it all year one. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yes, advice 1, create a buy box. Yep. Do the work every day. Yep. Get 1% better every day. Yep. Get around others who are actually doing it. Get going. I love that. Yes, I agree with everything Tamika said. What should you purchase if you are doing a 1031 exchange? Something better. If I was, so I've done 1031 exchange, Kathy, and every deal every 1031 I did, I wanted to get a better deal. Uh, that meant in 06, 07, I 1031 into apartments. I did a 1031 last year. Was it this year? I think it was last year. I went from apartments to houses. I bought 15 units, fourplex, triplex, 4 houses, 15 units. So I always try to buy better stuff. Yes, that's what I try to do. I don't. If I was in a 1031 time frame and I didn't find a good deal, I didn't find a better deal, I would pay the taxes. Sometimes people think when they're in a 1031, I'm just going to do a deal to do a deal. That's not where I live. But yeah. Yeah. Typically what I try to do again, Kathy, is I try to sell what's hot and buy what's not. So years ago it was houses are hot, apartments weren't. Now houses are stupid hot and residential's not, or at least when I did that exchange. So that's what I try to do. Yeah. All right, folks, I think I got to all the questions. If I missed you, I truly, truly apologize. I tried to say hi to everybody. I try to be a good dude, try to get my own good karma. Kathy, would you recommend commercial property? If the yield's better, for you, Kathy, and for everybody watching, the spreadsheet that is in my course, that far right column that says yield, I buy whatever the highest yield is. Kathy, if the highest yield is a 450 square foot house, I will buy the house. If the highest yield is a 20 unit apartment building, I will buy the apartment. If the highest is a fourplex, I will buy the fourplex. I do not believe bigger is better. I own this stuff. Bigger is not always better. In fact, bigger is better is one of the greatest lies out there. Bigger is better sometimes. Bigger is better occasionally. Bigger unit count is the most quoted and stupid statistic out there. I have seen and I have heard people say, I own thousands of units. Really? You're 28 years old. How did you do that? Well, I put 50 units that are broke. It is all about cash flow. But yeah, Kathy, if the commercial property is better, absolutely. I don't know your market. Troy's life. At some point, the cost of cars, houses, student loans, food, gas add up and get rejected. Yep. Inventory will climb and sellers will compete for lower priced homes. Prices will align with wages eventually. Yeah, I actually think we are on the cusp of rents slowing down and prices slowing down for that exact reason. I've seen some stupid syndication offers in the last 90 days where they are assuming 4% rent increases for year 1, 2, 3, and 4. Folks, that's not going to happen. I grew up in a household where my parents had to make the choice between rent, gas, food. Inflation is a tax that the government doesn't talk about because it hits the poor the most. What Troy highlighted there is absolutely right. This has to stop. Has to stop. It can't go up 20% a year forever. It just can't. It's mathematically impossible. Yep. You're right, LV. Yep. Have you found your deal of the decade this month? Not yet, Eli. I am playing with a frankly mansion that I might buy as a place to host masterminds in Fresno, right on this massive pretty lake. I might be able to get it for a 25% discount, and then I might be able to structure the deal where my LLC for all of this education pays for it. So that could be fun. I got to work with my accountant, make sure I get everything put together because I do not want to increase my lifestyle, but if I can structure it where LLCs and masterminds pay for it. Why not? But I am working on something right now. Yes, we'll see. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a 9-minute break. If you are in my private Facebook group, I will see you there in about 9 minutes. Have a wonderful day. And again, if you want to get started, watch some videos on this channel, figure out who I am, then buy the course and get started. Most of you are going to wait till the end of December to buy it, which is silly. Buy it now. Get started now. It's cold outside. Bundle up in a blanket. Do the work. Buy box. All of that stuff. Actually going to scroll up and read Tamika's. Advice 1, create a buy box. 2, work every day. 3, get 1% better. 4, get around others who are actually doing it. And 5, get going. Buy the course today. Get going. Why wait till December 31st? That's just silly. Start now. Take care. Bye, everyone.